Ready.
So the first thing we'll do is we'll make sure all the machines are shut off. And then we'll re-enable the PXE server. Okay? And then the next thing we need to do is we need to go to the PXE server, and since we want to capture an image from that guy, we need to upload a component to him. And the component we need to upload is the master image creator. Right?
Right.
And we can tell it that we just want to go ahead and start the image creator. We'll give it 10 seconds. We don't need that. We upload it. So it gets added into the PXE environment. And we reboot the machine. You want to reboot it?
Reboot this one right here.
Or I can restart it from here, I suppose. I'll tell it to restart. So when it fires up, it should boot from the PXE server and go into the image creator. It's got to shut down. Then it restarts. Goes into the Acronis loader, and there we go. So now we can say run the image creator.
That won't do it by himself on this case.
Well, you could if you let it time out, but it's going to ask for user input. You've got to answer some questions.
Oh, I see.
So we're going to configure it. That's the network page. We don't need to do anything with that. But let's take a look at it just for the heck. So it says all auto negotiation, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. So we just, okay. Now we have to, you've got to tell it that you need both partitions because it's Windows 7.
Mm-hmm.
The system reserved is the boot partition, and this is actually the C drive. So you need both. And then it wants to know where are we going to save the created image. So we're going to go and we're going to click on that little arrow next to computers near me. And then it shows that there's a work group available. So now we'll expand the work group. Ah, and look at that. There's the server. So we need to give it a set of credentials so that we can connect to the server. And so that's going to be server slash...
No more administrator?
Administrator.
Oh.
I always spell it wrong.
So it's not only administrator like before?
Well, that's the right way to do it.
Okay. And what was that? 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Password?
Yep.
Okay.
Password 1, 2, 3. Click OK. And then it shows that there's a shared folder on the server called boot. And
there you go.
so this will be Win 7. And this is just going to be our Windows 7 image. So I'm going to take the words test out of it. And click next. So protection is fine, compression is fine, splitting, error handling. We don't need to validate. If you want to validate it, you can do it separately some other time. Don't need any of that, so it's just hitting next. Notes, this is final image. I had to make a note just for the heck of it. You don't need to do that. And then read through this. It says it's gonna, and then tell it to do a create, and off it goes. So over here, I'm going to go look at the boot directory, and we can see this coming up. Now you see how it adds a 1 onto the name?
Mm-hmm.
And there should be enough space to store that there. I'm not positive, but let's see how much free space we have. It says that there's 32 gigs of free space right now. So we know that there's going to be another 10 gig coming on, so we're good.
Okay.
So now it's just a matter of waiting, and it's going to take a couple of hours to do it.
Supposedly.
Well, it took us 3, 4, so it took 2 hours yesterday to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take 2 hours to do this.
That's it.
That's it for now. That's for the
Okay.
image creation part.
All right. See you later.